This is another presentation by My Weight World.
Ways to cut 100 calories. Cutting back on calorie or energy intake is an essential part of weight loss and weight control. The goal of this presentation is to give you ideas and options to help you cut back on your calories, show you that whatever your lifestyle is like, there are ways you can achieve and maintain your goal weight, and to help you develop and maintain a fitness-oriented state of mind. Calorie cutting tip number 1. For breakfast, split your bagel with someone else or save half of it for the next day or next meal. Bagels can be pretty dense and have as many calories as 4 to 5 slices of bread each. That can be up to 600 calories before adding the toppings. Calorie cutting tip number 2. Use a non-stick skillet and cooking spray to cook eggs, potatoes, or anything else that you would otherwise use added fat for. Remember, 1 tablespoon of fat can provide around 130 calories. That adds up quickly, and you most likely would only notice the difference around your waist, not in taste. Calorie cutting tip number 3. Fill your omelet with fantastic veggies such as onions, mushrooms, spinach, peppers, or even salsa instead of cheese and meat to save a load of saturated fats and calories, and also to get the added benefit of fiber and body-protecting nutrients. An easy way to meet the goal of 5 to 9 servings of vegetables and fruits per day. Calorie cutting tip number 4. Choose light yogurt made with no calorie sweetener or non-fat plain yogurt instead of regular flavored varieties. The regular yogurts have as many as 270 calories per cup. You might as well eat a big scoop of ice cream. Regular flavored yogurts often have a great deal of sugar added, which also can aggravate blood sugar control for those with diabetes. Light yogurts are typically about 120 calories for a 6 to 8 ounce cup. Calorie cutting tip number 5. Use the lean meats for breakfast choices such as lean ham, Canadian bacon, low-fat turkey sausage or turkey bacon instead of the regular types. This will save many calories in saturated and total fat. Do remember that even the low-fat versions of breakfast meats can still be high in sodium, so be careful to limit other high-fat, high-salt items throughout the rest of the day. Calorie cutting tip number 6. Make this a regular habit. Substitute fresh fruit and or sliced tomatoes for hash browns or other fried potatoes. Potatoes, like other starchy foods that are cooked in fats, soak up the grease like a sponge and bring them right into your body, which is hard to burn off. Fresh fruits and vegetables add fiber that also fills you up, but in a much healthier way. You will feel and look better. Calorie cutting tip number 7. Hold the cheese and load up your burger or sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, or other vegetables. Adding cheese adds lots of calories, fat, and sodium. While high in calcium and protein, cheese also is a very calorie-dense food and packs on the pounds when used regularly. Calorie cutting tip number 8. Grill your sandwich using non-stick cooking spray instead of butter or margarine. Like potatoes, bread also soaks up fat in cooking, and this can add on 150 or more calories to a typical sandwich. Again, a little change in cooking can go a long way towards slimmer waistlines. Calorie cutting tip number 9. Prepare tuna, chicken, or egg salad with a small amount of light mayonnaise. Just 1 regular tablespoon of regular mayonnaise adds around 90 calories, and most of us use at least twice that amount along with spreading more on the bread. Mustard is also a better option. Calorie cutting tip number 10. Use water-packed tuna or other meats or fish instead of oil-packed. Even when draining out all of the oil, plenty of it lingers behind and within the food to deliver more calories to your body. Then, along with regular mayonnaise or other fat-laden dressings, this can deliver a double hit of fat. Calorie cutting tip number 11. Don't feel guilty about ordering or making pizza, but once again, go light on the cheese. You will be surprised at how good it still tastes. Load up that pizza with veggies such as mushrooms, peppers, and other plant foods. And if using meat, choose only Canadian bacon or ham. Avoid the sausage and pepperoni. Calorie cutting tip number 12. Degrease your cooked foods by skimming off the fat from soups, stews, and sauces before serving. This is especially important in dishes made with meats or poultry, which harbors the most fat. Cooling these food items in the refrigerator causes the fats to solidify and rise to the top, so they can be easily removed before serving. When using the drippings of meat or poultry to prepare gravies, use the special measuring cups that make it easy to separate the fat from the rest of the drippings before thickening and seasoning. During the holiday and winter times, when soups and stews are especially popular, this can help you to avoid the excess weight gain so common this time of year. Calorie cutting tip number 13. Get those measuring cups out and use them to reduce your portions of cooked rice or pasta by a half a cup. This will easily save you 100 calories, and you may be amazed at how satisfied you will be with your meal. The bottom line is that you can still eat the foods you enjoy, including the carbs that are thought to be so forbidden, but portion control is an essential part of controlling your weight. Calorie cutting tip number 14. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a small portion of your favorite dessert. A sliver, bite, or taste is a fraction of the calories of a full portion and still tastes just as good. This may take a bit of practice, but practice makes perfect, and this leads to weight control. Remember, the 5th, 6th, or 14th bite tastes just the same as the first or second, but you are still loading in hundreds more calories. Remember, you are in control of how many bites you take, not the food. Calorie cutting tip number 15. Love that pie? Choose a fruit pie such as apple, peach, or blueberry instead of a pecan or a cream pie, and eat only a small portion of the crust. You will still be able to enjoy the wonderful flavor of the pie, but many less calories will be consumed. It is the crust that contains the big dose of saturated fat and total fat, as well as a large portion of the calories. Any type of pastry, Danish, biscuit, or croissant is deceivingly high in fat and should be minimized for best results in your weight control efforts. In summary, we have just reviewed 15 simple but very effective ways for you to unpack those pounds. Reaching and maintaining weight can be done with simple and consistent changes. Cutting 100 calories a day or more can add up to a loss of several pounds per year. And of course, adding in more physical activity to your life certainly will accelerate your progress and keep that lean muscle mass that looks great and makes you feel strong and healthy.
This has been another presentation by My Weight World.